There's now a new plan to reopen America. Did you guys hear this? And hopefully put an end to the coronavirus shutdown. The president unveiled his three-part plan yesterday, telling governors that it's up to them on when to reopen. This comes after protests this week, as you guys saw in Michigan and North Carolina, with people totally ignoring social distancing guidelines and demanding an end to stay-at-home orders. Similar protests took place in Texas, Virginia, Ohio, and Utah, and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is speaking out on GMA about the tough situation in her state. She's working with 6 other Midwest states on a plan to move forward. Let's check it out.
Well, here in Michigan, we've had to be really aggressive. We've got the 3rd highest death rate in the country right now. We are not the 3rd highest state. We have a unique crisis that is playing out here, and we need a unique solution. And so banding together is a good thing because we're going to work regionally, and we're going to share intelligence, and we're going to make informed decisions.
Meantime, Amazon has its own plan to keep workers safe, saying it's preparing to test all of its employees by building its own lab. And Starbucks is also preparing to reopen, saying they're hoping to be pouring $5 cups of coffee again in June. I ad-libbed that. Some of them are only 4 cups. But what do you guys think about reopening America so soon? Do you think this is a mistake, Al?
I do, Jeff, just because, and trust, look, Jeff, what we do on the show is we always have both sides of the discussion. So I don't want people to think that I'm attacking them for wanting to get back to work. I admire you for that. I love that you want to support your family, but we don't have the testing right now. I do like the plan in place. I actually love the plan in place. I actually read the whole thing, Jeff, so where's my confetti? My only issue is we cannot really reopen if we don't have testing because we don't know. Most people, a lot of people are asymptomatic, meaning they don't look sick, so they could spread it. I could have it right now. I don't know. Anybody could. So it's a really scary time. I understand why they're frustrated. We're all frustrated, but just letting everybody go back out and then having another spike in cases, I think negates everything we've done up to this point, all the sacrifices.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. This seems a little crazy and a little too soon. How are you feeling about this, Lindsay?
So I watched the press conference yesterday, and I just figured that if the CDC is backing this plan and Fauci, who's our top expert in the specific, virologist field, are saying that this is okay, I would hope they did their due diligence, right? And we're trusting these as our top experts to tell us when and where to do this stuff. And if you talk about experts, you think about governors, and they're the experts of their states. And so if these governors know that there's a big difference, like North Carolina, which you mentioned earlier, has very low amount of cases compared to like a New York, there can't be the same exact plan in a New York as there is in North Carolina. So I hope these governors will look at this guideline, and when their state is ready, and hopefully, like Al said, when there's the testing available, they'll begin to implement some of these things, and it's a well thought out plan. I would hope that we're not going to go back and just go kind of into a situation where this happens all over again.